Thank you for joining us here on the National Communications Network. My name is Shaquan Gill, and of course, we bring you live updates on important issues ongoing here in Guyana. With me in studio, I have two distinguished teachers who, of course, will be sharing with me their thoughts on a number of new initiatives and mechanisms implemented in the Ministry of Education or through the Ministry of Education for the overall benefit of our teachers. With me, I have Mr. Sheikh Ahmad, who is the principal of Essequibo Islands Secondary School,
Yes, sir.
as well as Ms. Chandrina Welcome Lee. I hope I did a good job pronouncing that. And they're here with me to discuss these things. Now, Ms. Lee, just let me know, how long have you been in the teaching profession?
Since I was 15 years old, and don't ask me my age.
I won't. Mr. Ahmad, how long have you been?
I've been in 26 years.
26 years.
Yeah.
So now, yesterday I think it was, some teachers participated in a strike action that was orchestrated by the Guyana Teachers Union. I'll start with you, Mr. Ahmad. Why didn't you strike?
Well, first of all, let me say for the record that I am the son of a former headmaster who was the president of the Guyana Teachers Union. So I'm fully much au fait as it relates to trade unionism and the fact where industrial action comes in. And in my career of 26 years, I have never striked. Regardless which government of the day was in office, I have never had reason to strike. In 2018, I didn't strike. In 2024, I'm not striking. Primarily because of a number of reasons. As a matter of fact, I consider my charges, my students, paramount importance. I have a heart for them. This is primarily the most important term before CSEC and NGSA. This is the term that students need teachers the most. And this is the term that I, as a person, can't walk away from my students. I'm results oriented as a teacher, as a head teacher, as a school administrator. Because the bragging rights in this country for schools is based on how good you perform at CSEC. And Skibo Island Secondary has been doing a good job. One of our students lately, Top Cape, Naresh Jagnanan.
Yeah.
The fact remains that we have struggled through COVID. This is post-COVID era, and we are working. That's primarily the first reason. The second reason is that when I looked at the interventions as it relates to my salary, my allowances, and so, in 2019, I was getting a salary, a net salary take home of 168,000, right? In 2024, my net take home is 259, right? The fact of the matter is, comparing my November 2023 salary, which was 217,000, and my January 2024 salary, which is 259,000, an increase of over 42,000, right? And if I put that 42,000 as a percentage of my 218, it meant my salary has increased about 18.9, close to 19%.
Yeah.
And that's the largest single increase in my entire career that I have gotten as a teacher. Now, I would be ungrateful to walk away from my classroom having got such a large increase. The third thing is that you have to weigh the credibility of your union, and you have to look at the direction in which they're going. It is in my firm belief the credibility, they are inverted commas, as it relates to union leadership, union direction, because I'm saying from 2020 to the end of 2022, we were in deep COVID. The only people that came to us, reached out to us, was the Ministry of Education. The Minister of Education had several interventions for us so that we survived that period. We never one day saw the union. We never one day saw them with a mask, a cleaning agent, or anything. They are our union. We pay them $700 per month, right? And if you have 12,000 teachers in this country, it means that they are getting $8.4 million a month, right? At the end of the year, they're getting $100 million. They have never told us what they are doing with their money. I am not bemoaning the fact that teachers have a right to strike, but teachers also have a right to work. And if I choose to work, if my staff choose to work, and we choose to work based on weighing the pros and cons, right? We found that society needed us. Community needed us. Imagine you as a father, and you have your kid writing NGSA or CSEC, and this is the final lap of the race. And we are walking away from your kid. In education, according to the United Nations, during COVID, lost time is hard to regain. We have had a system where we are trying to recoup. We're still trying to address the deficiencies of the COVID era in the education system. And the Ministry of Education has been doing a tremendous job in providing us with the necessary tools to do that. And you can see from our external performances, Guyana's external performances, schools' external performances, there has been a general upliftment of the sector. And the investment is paying great dividends. So the fact of the matter is, your net increase is good, 19% for us teachers in the senior bracket, the graduates. And it's not the graduates alone got the net increase. The TQMs, their salaries were adjusted. They were being paid salaries for the year before. They got a total increase in 2023 of 11%. The assistant master or mistress, right? They got a 12% increase when you put the figures on the table. Because I have taught maths for 20 years as a secondary school teacher. So figures is not...
Thank you for joining us here on the National Communications Network. My name is Shaquan Gill, and of course, we bring you live updates on important issues ongoing here in Guyana. With me in studio,
Right. So a pleasant good night to those who are tuning in. My apologies for that. You know, it goes sometime with the technology. You get caught up doing several things at the same time, simultaneously. That's the word. I learned that from a teacher. A teacher. I will start, yes. I will start. I can say that back in our days, I can stand up proud to say that in our days of schooling, we had some wonderful teacher, and I can call out some of them name. We had like we had like Miss Nurse. We had Miss Gillis, who was our head teacher. We had Miss George. We had Miss Fraser, who is presently the head teacher of New Silver City Secondary. Presently, she was our integrated science teacher. We also had a sister of hers, Miss Fraser Raquel Fraser, also, who was a good maths teacher at the New Silver City Secondary School. So I have some teachers I can boast about today, and I am proud that they would have taught me. And I'm proud to say that we went through the best of the last, um, or I should say, the last of the best teachers that I would have learned. I know some people might not like this comment, but don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we don't have good ones today. We have some that are trying. We have some who has good potentials, and we know that they will groove in time and time. They will groove in. So good night to those who are tuning in here tonight. Let me take this time to acknowledge Ann Hill. Present, good night to you. We have Bill Singh. I hope you're hearing the volume better now, Bill. Good night to you, my brother. We have it is Brenda. Your title too long, Brenda, but good night to you. And she's watching from Suriname. We also have one of my loyal my loyalist fans, sorry, Hasif Mohammed. Good night to you, my brother. And do enjoy this program tonight. Good night to Vishram Patrick. Good night to everyone. And those who are watching and not commenting, good night to you as well. You know, the thing of it, I want to say, a lot of it seems as though my posts from this morning and throughout the day offends a lot of persons. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I want to make this very, very clear on this program here tonight. We all are entitled to our freedom of speech. Not only you, we all are entitled to our freedom to protest. Not only you. And I am personally protesting in my own private capacity as a parent. Because just like how you teachers have things that are offending you, we as parents also have issues that are offending, that is offensive to us. And it offends us as a parent and parents in general. So when we voice our opinion, you shouldn't get upset. You shouldn't get personal, right? Don't get personal with me. I can get personal with everybody. Let me tell you, because just like how y'all teachers feel that y'all know people dirty story, we know y'all story too. But you know what? This is not the time and the place for that. This is not the season for that. This is a season where we are supposed to come to this table and have our common views. And like Sir would have said it earlier, it would be selfish of him to pull himself away from school, especially this time when our children, our future generation needs us. You know, this is the time they needs us. This is the time we going in to we have the NGSA exams, and also we have CXC coming up. And this is the time you choose to pull yourself away. And that alone can speak for itself, the political drive behind it, right? From people who don't have you at heart, who don't have your interests at heart. It's all about what they can gain for themselves, who want to drive in their Lexus and who want their duty-free concessions. You teachers have nothing to benefit from that. You understand? Nothing you have to benefit from that. So this is a place that we should find some way to come out here, and we can continue to communicate, continue to conversate, continue to have mutual discussions. And man, come on, man, we shouldn't be up and fighting all the time. Yeah, don't take me serious, right? Don't take me serious. And like Sharon saying, it is a political issue, right? It is, right? Because for me, I keep saying to persons, I wanted to know from the inception. I wanted to know from the inception, right? What was the purpose of the strike? Think about it. What was the purpose of the strike? From what I've been getting, the first thing I would have told, or the first thing that would have said to me, is that the Minister of Education were disrespectful to teacher, right? That the Minister of Education were disrespectful to teacher to say that the teachers are pocketing the monies for themselves and not for the children. That is what I was told, right? And then, secondly, I heard that 6.5 can do. Then thirdly, I heard again that the Minister of Education have to go. And you're hearing all kinds of things. And this is what we see on a regular basis coming out from protests in the history of Guyana. There is never a unity as to what people are striking for. And I'm speaking in general. You go there to deal with the issue, but then you generalize it. You start getting personal. You start attacking somebody personal. You start attacking their families. You start attacking their lives. You know, this is what they're going on to. This is what we've seen happening in the history of protest in Guyana. The Constitution gives you the rights to protest, but you must do so in a peaceful and a constructive manner. Right? So, the time you are taking to compare people's personal lives and this, like for instance, I saw today one of the posts they put up, Priya Manikchan, the minister Priya Manikchan, let me correct myself, and they try to compare her salary as a minister to the teacher's salary. But nobody is comparing 2015 to 2020. As of from 2015 to the 1st of August 2020, nobody was comparing those ministers in government, those prior ministers in government to 2020 salaries. Compare that to the teacher's salary. Nobody was comparing when Granger would have increased the salary of minister by 50%. Nobody's comparing that. You didn't hear y'all come out to say anything. You know why y'all didn't come out? Let me tell y'all why y'all didn't come out. None of y'all didn't come out because why? You were ashamed. You were ashamed of yourself to know that this kind of indoctrination where you're saying that the voting the voting pattern in Guyana for many years, you were saying that it become racial voting. That's what you will always say. The Indians will vote for the Indians and the Afro vote for the Afros. So y'all think that APNU belongs to y'all, or y'all belongs to the APNU, and because the APNU were predominantly Afro-Guyanese, y'all couldn't speak out, right? Y'all used to take bully under the previous administration. You were ashamed of yourself, but there's nothing to be ashamed of, and that is the time you should have speak out. Because I have videos in here where Coretta goes to meetings and insulted the teachers. Right? I have videos to show where the former Minister of Education also said to you that raising your salary is a burden to the government. Right? So I don't know what is the issue. This is what I'm trying to find out. Now, nobody is saying that you don't have a right to speak out. No. You have a right. The government is not depriving you of that. You have the right to go there and protest, but do so within your own private capacity at your own will. Don't be misled and be misguided by those who want to trample on your backs, on your strength, in your sacrifices in the sun just for their own personal benefits. Right? And just like my friend said, the teachers can do it in a better way. I agree with that. Let me tell you something. Everybody, we are humans. We have feelings as well. And as much as I come out to make my post in Tarment, yeah, let me tell you something. It brings out the best of you. It brings out what is within. And like I would have said on the video yesterday. I said it on the video yesterday. You understand? That these are the people that we entrusted with our children. And this is the kind of attitude they portrayed in public. Now, what does that have to do? What with you bashing down the Minister of Education, bashing down the President, bashing down Bar Jagdeo? What does that have to do with you having a raise of pay? Think about it. Let me tell you something. I don't have time with nobody who wants to come on this program here. I'm seeing some trying to get some attention with their comments and all this thing, but I ignore them. I'm not even seeing them. Because I know they're here to listen what I have to say, and I'm speaking the facts. There's no beat around the bush. And like Sharon is saying here, because it's a racist thing. It is. Listen to Coretta's responses. Look at her attitude that she portrayed in the public. Listen to what she's saying. She's trying to instill that in you to aggravate you, to bile you up so you can resist and you can rebel and you can react. The term she used yesterday to say that, oh, the government is not paying teachers no attention because public servants and teachers are predominantly Afro-Guyanese. That is racist. How that come in? I would technically say here tonight that this present administration have the support, more support from Afro-Guyanese, more than their own PNC people who think that they have a title for Black people in this country. Because you know why? People have become smarter. People have become wiser. You understand? People will not be longer. People no longer will be fooled by y'all and y'all rhetorics. These people have nothing good to offer. When they're driving in the big fancy Lexus, you still have to pay bus fare. Y'all tell Coretta to sell your Lexus and sacrifice that. And she's going to talk about corporate entities are prepared to pay teachers if their salaries are deducted. I wanted to know, God forbid that y'all salaries get cut. I would want to see those corporate sponsors who's going to pay y'all. Because Coretta and them feel to themselves that people are stupid. They are feasting and hoping that Mr. Mohammed is going to sponsor that. You understand? But I tell you, Mohammed got far better sense than that. He's not going to get himself involved in that. I can tell you that. I can tell y'all that personally. Because as much as none of y'all, then y'all don't know that he's my friend as well. You understand? It's only I don't ride the big bikes and them thing and move around. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you personally, he will not get involved in that. So teachers, y'all don't be misled by these people. Don't, y'all, watch. Y'all could say how much y'all want to say about me. But let us look on the positive side of this tonight. Let us reason. For the matter of fact, I would want to leave this line open. I would want the teachers who want to abuse out. Call in on the line tonight and let us trash this out. Let us trash this out. My number is 611-0200. Call in the number and let's trash it out. I can take any abusing, any cussing. Some people say I was offensive to the teachers who teaching my children. Where in the world have I said anything about any teacher? Or any of my, or where have I point out my child or children teacher to be disrespectful to them? I speak in general terms. I speak on behalf of parents who will call on a regular basis to complain because they are afraid to come out there, they are afraid because they think that they will be victimized through their children. I don't mind. Right? I don't mind. Y'all want to try to victimize my children? I don't mind. Because let me tell you something. I just pray. And let me tell you something. I personally can attest to this. I've seen many people who try to destroy me. And today, they're not in a good place. So y'all tried with me. I'm a son of God. I can tell you that. All I'm saying is that we must find that place to come to reason. Don't be used as much as you guys. Let me tell you something. The teachers are saying it. This is not a political thing. And I believe you. I know from within your heart as teacher or as teachers, you are out there honestly fighting for a raise of pay, fighting for increase of salary. But they are the politicians. Those politicians are out there, like the Figueras and the McDonald's. I even see the Isleman, Kaichor newsman down there with a placard. And where what they saying? Oh, we are in support of the teachers. Did the teachers call y'all to support them? No. Y'all coming out there because y'all are politically driven. You understand? Glenlal is a waste of space. Want to be politician. You understand? Glenlal get challenged on many occasions by the vice president. And he couldn't even represent himself. And he coming out there for represent you. You got to know to represent yourself. Because these people, let me tell you why they come out there. They don't tell y'all, they don't tell themselves that you teachers are incompetent and y'all can't represent yourself. So they got to come out there and represent y'all. But no. If this wasn't politically driven, I was a teacher. I personally would have tell them, here what happened. Y'all left we in this fight. Y'all back off. Politicians back off. Corrector back off. Let me fight this struggle myself. And I would tell you that the president himself would have find that time to come out there and meet with you. But they know that it's politically driven. The GTU is an arm of the PNC. So once you hear the GTU is an arm of the PNC, it's an arm of corruption and destruction. You understand? That is what they are. They have nothing good to offer you. The GTU collects over $100 million from y'all taxpayers' monies to represent y'all. I know on many occasions teachers reach out to me. They reach out to me and said, look, I got a problem in school and I can't get this sorted out. I go to the union and the union want this document and that document and this proof before they can represent me. And if I don't have it, then I have a lost case. But yet on a monthly basis, they are taking out your hard-working earnings. I can tell you this. I was in it before, paying union dues. And when you have an issue to be dealt with, they don't sort it out. Let me tell you what the union is doing. No matter the game they're putting up, them same union just go behind y'all back and go and meet with ministers of government and get a little sliding thing. And then they're going to come back. Here what's going to happen in the end. They're going to come back and say, well, here now. We can got to call off this strike and we can negotiate and we can settle for this and that. When y'all hear they come with y'all, don't know they don't cut the deal behind y'all back. That's what the union does. And that is the fact. They are a set of frauds feasting on the blood of you, the hard-working teachers, and public servants in general. You understand? I remember GPSU, if I have it correct. I used to work with Guyana Geology and Mines Commission. I was fired wrongfully defending the integrity of the commission. You understand? And all because of corruption. I was fired because why? I was exposing corruption in GGMC. And when I go to the union to represent me, I remember the man name, I could call his name here, Mr. English, a union rep from GPSU. Yeah, I organize a meeting, I call a meeting, I can call you back, I can this and that, and I'm still waiting up to now. I'm still waiting up to now, almost 14 years. I am still waiting to be represented. You understand? And these are the unions who are taking monies from you. Teachers, y'all gotta open your eyes. Y'all go back to the people work. Find a better way to negotiate and talk with the government. Talk with your ministers. They are human beings. They will slip. They will go wrong. We know our ministers sometimes might slip. But y'all got to push up. Let you know where it hurts. You can speak for yourself. No union don't have to speak for you. What the use you paying a union who can represent you? A union who's prepared to take bribes and then left y'all in the hot sun and then tell y'all to go back to work. Mark my words here tonight. That is what's going to happen. They're going to negotiate behind your backs and you will have to go back to work. They're going to negotiate to have those duty-free concessions. You understand? And when they get done, y'all done walk out yourself in the sun, y'all gotta go back. I'm speaking the facts, and I'm speaking based on experience, and I'm speaking on what I know. $700 per month. You understand? Think about it. I heard Coretta said yesterday, I don't know if that is a fact, right? She said 16,000 teachers are protesting. I'm not sure if it's that. 16,000 teachers times $700 per month, right? Think about that. 16,000 teachers. Can somebody here who have a fair idea can tell me if that is correct? 16,000 teachers around the country. Well, if that is the case, 16,000 teachers at $700 a month, union dues, is 11,200,000. Right? 11,200,000 times 12 is $134,400,000. This is what the union is collecting on a yearly basis from your hard-working money. You understand? And they ain't doing a damn shit. Nothing they're doing. They're just sitting in those offices, driving the most fanciest vehicles, eating the most fanciest meal when the lunchtime come, and look good. How much time for the year does the union represent you? Teachers, tell me, show me a case that the union won for any one of you teachers. I challenge anyone here tonight. This is what I tell you. I come here to reason tonight, I come here to cause them nobody. I come to reason with you, the teachers. I know enough y'all there watching. Today I got some serious views out from my post. And let me tell you something. I go into the inbox of some of those teachers and we had one-on-one conversations. And I expressed my opinion as a teacher, as a parent. You understand? I express my opinion as a parent, and the teacher expressed his opinion as a teacher. And we share, both sides share their challenges. And at the end of the day, and at the end of the discussion, when we finish that discussion, at the end of it, we both get to understand that sometimes it's just a simple error. It's a simple reasoning. We have to find that place where we can come and reason. I'm saying that right through the program. Cuss out and abuse out don't make it better. You understand? It don't make it better. It would only escalate. It would only put us in a position where we become bad bloods. Right? Now, I want to highlight some things that I would have observed during the course of the day and discussing it before time run out of me. The first thing I'm going to discuss, I'm going to highlight, is this post. This sir here, well, I guess y'all remember this sir. This was the Ramins man. Y'all remember the Ramins man said that the government got to eating Ramins all day? This is the Ramins by right here. Right? Let me see if I can just. So this is the Ramins by. And if you look at this, it has the percent sign before the 6.5 question mark. Kiss my CL, and he highlighted the ASS. Now I want to highlight this in two folds. The first, we all know that the percentage sign will always goes after the digits. Right? Now, I saw people come after me, teachers as well. They said, so what happened though? They said that what? It's a typographical error. Let me explain that. That wasn't typing, that was writing, right? Y'all get caught up in this internet thing too much. It's a typographical error. Right? We all are entitled to make mistakes. We are not perfect. We are not perfect. We all make mistakes. And I know that. The teachers are not perfect. We don't expect you to be 100% perfect. And y'all can expect us to be 100% perfect as parents and our children as well. But here's something. You are the teachers. You are responsible for help molding society through the education sector, where our children can be intellectually equipped to build a better society. You technically are the foundation to a changed society. You are technically responsible for the foundation of an intellectual society. You understand? And whatever you put in, that will come out. Now, if I'm a teacher and I'm portraying a placard like that, think about children who are reading that, who look at the percentage sign. You're confusing them. And I expect you as a teacher not to put that, to put it in the right manner. So don't come to me and tell me about typographical error. That is authentic that you put there in your view. That is what you believe. That's what you see. That is how you believe that the percentage sign must be. And y'all jump down me throat. Typographical error and the man make mistake and this and that. But there's something, let me remind something. None of y'all didn't know it was a typographical error. When the school, if I could find the school exercise books that was printed, and they had a typographical error in the second times table or in the 2 times table, y'all didn't know there was a typographical error. But y'all jumped down prayer throat. Y'all jumped down prayer throat. Oh, it's a dunce government and it's a dunce minister. That's why they have that. Well, now, what that had to do with the minister. Imagine the factory that printed that made a mistake, but who felt the consequences? The minister. Y'all attack the minister. Y'all attack the government, right? For that error. But y'all didn't know it's typographical or typographical. Y'all is only know these things conveniently, right? When it suits y'all. But I can tell you that is no typographical error. You understand? That teacher put out there. You right, telling you? This is not no typographical error. This is what he know. And this is what they are teaching our children. I understand you make mistakes. Let me tell you something. I have photographs in my phone. When my daughter was in grade 2, I had a battle with a teacher in that school. You understand? That one teacher. And I don't care. I say it here. I had a battle with her. But I said it was a private battle because I've never confronted her. All my wife just used to say, she just pray for my daughter to come out of that grade. My daughter wasn't doing well in grade 2. She had no support, no help, all because I spoke out about what happened. She comes home, the teacher sends work in the chat group. When you go, you take out the picture. We would only recognize the error when our daughter started writing. And when we watch, sometimes my wife says, man, this sentence wrong. This word spelled wrong. Let me check it. When she check on the photograph that was sent, is exactly what the teacher put there. That is what my child was writing. And we had to correct her. And think about it now. It's a challenge. It's a challenge now to correct her. Because why? We as parents, personally, my wife and I as parents, we teach our children that after us, those teachers out there are your parents. They're your second parents. They're responsible for you. And what they teach you is the right thing. You must listen to them. You must adhere to them. This is what we teach with children. Respect your teachers. They ain't got no teacher here. I don't care what they talk. They have none of them can come out publicly and say any of my children ever disrespect them. I want to see that teacher. I want to test it. And I want you to prove it. My children have great respect for me and everyone in this home. Yeah, we can have little family issues, they're teenagers and so on. But they have great respect in the home. And whatever we say goes. And we always teach them. Those teachers out there have respect for them. At New Silver City Secondary, recently, I went there meet with the head teacher and one of my son's grades teacher. And we had a discussion. And I told them in front of the head teacher, no time I must ever have any complaint that you would have shown any disrespect for any of these teachers. I tell him that in front of them. And I will say that to him at home. See, I don't come with the crap where coming, but I can't control me cheering and all kind of thing. I see one of them, he had, you could see, he's a dumb shell. He's an empty shell talking about my children just walk to school. Everybody in the world know that my children would have torn over their cash grants. They rear chicken. We have a chicken farm. And they bought brand new bicycles. You can remember that post? And this dunce, I call you a dunce. I would call you a dunce because he want to become personal. From New Silver City Secondary School, come under my post to attack me and attack my wife. But he couldn't attack the little boy that slapped you up in the school the other day. Y'all has got enough tax. Enough tax, y'all has got, but y'all don't know to represent yourself. You know why? Because y'all can't represent the children in there. We teach our children that the teachers are your next parents and have respect for them. Because you think I'm happy of what happens in society where I see children disrespecting teachers, hitting teachers, and all these things, you think I'm satisfied with that? No. You think anytime if I have any complaint of any one of my children, especially my big sons, if I have any complaint that they would have assaulted a teacher, I didn't care how it happened. I didn't care how it happened. I would leave it in the hands of the police, let it deal with them, and make them an example. I'm serious about this. I know teachers work very hard. I know they make sacrifices and they must not be disrespected. So when we teach our children to respect our teacher and listen to our teacher and do whatever they say, then it is your responsibility now to ensure that you become close as perfect, especially when you're teaching them. Now, you can't write in a set of wrong things on the board and teaching my child, and when I speak about it, you are upset. And that is the problem I had with the grade 2 teacher. No time. Let me tell you something, especially these younger teachers that you have here, some of them, they are so arrogant. They don't know to reason. You can't talk to them because they're always taken up by the device. You can't talk to them. They're ready for you anytime. You know? They're ready for you anytime. You can't talk to them. You will more have a better conversation with the elder ones, like the senior teachers in the class or the head teacher. And I can tell we have seen the difference of improvement in my child, in my daughter, from grade 2 to grade 3. She's in grade 3 in Wutukade. Let me tell you, grade 2, my daughter didn't want to go to school. When you ask her what happened, the teacher don't talk to she. Teacher, if she gonna complain to the teacher don't listen to she. There was a child always take away her money and all these things. When she go to the teacher don't do anything. My child had no spirit to go to school in grade 2. In grade 3, I must applaud Miss Onika Dublin and Miss Nikita for doing a good job. Because my daughter is eager to go to school. She's learning. Her grades went up to 76%, comparing in grade 2, where she only had 40-something%. I'm not afraid to say that publicly. She went up to 76. I can tell you, I have the report card right here in front of me. It's the improvement in our child. We work with her, and the teacher worked with her in school. Both Miss Dublin and both Miss Nikita. And every time she comes home, she talks about her teachers. She talks about Miss Nikita. She talks about Miss Dublin. She wants to go to school, but in grade 2, she didn't want to go to school. So that teacher in grade 2, she knows herself. I don't care if she upset. I know, something. I want this to come off my chest. Some of these people, imagine my daughter was literally hit in that class. How? Because I speak out, literally hate. The hate was so bad that even to the certificate, they intentionally wrote her name wrong on it. That is how blatant was the hate. And these are the people that stand up in front of the church, oh God, and praying and singing, and they're the highest hypocrites. I wish I could just call a name here tonight. Because I'm speaking from within. I'm speaking within my heart. How it pains. Come on, teachers. Y'all got to understand we experience too. We got feeling for our children as well. We know y'all got a life too. But y'all got to understand where it's coming from. So when you see a teacher put something out there and we address it, we address it from within. If no parent don't want to address it, well, that's a parent, I say, probably one, they don't care, or two, they are afraid of victimization. I am not the one who is afraid. I have never been afraid. Everybody know me. I speak out for many years, and I stood tall publicly. I'm not afraid of any one of you. And I don't want nobody to be afraid of me. All I want you to know is that when it comes to my children, I shows interest. I see some of them jump on the post. You don't come to meetings. Come to meeting for what? To sit down and hear, oh, we got to get this, we got to get it, we can do this, we can do. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear what is the improvement. I want to hear what is the plan for move from point A to point B to point C to point D. That's what I want to hear. And that's why I said last night, if the head teacher has a problem with my child, she will call me if she feels the need to. If the class teacher wants to talk to me, he or she could call me and say, parent, we need you to come in, and I go in. I don't have the time to go and sit down in a meeting. People don't have time to waste. When you go to meeting, oh, we have to reschedule, we got to go up there. People don't have the time to waste. People have work to do. People have their life to live. Another one come on my post and said, but my children don't go to school regular because we have them in the farm working hard. You know, it's like, where these people just come up with these nonsense from? Stop defending yourself. Stop defending the wrong things that deal with the issue. Why are you getting personal? Now, I addressing the man with the percentage at the back of the digit. And some people jump up and offend it. And check it. Teachers were offended by that. To say it's a typographical error. You know? And look at this again. Look at this again. Let me look back at this placard. Percentage 6.5 question mark. Kiss my class. ASS, he highlighting the ASS as an ass. Now think about this. Think about the level of disrespect you portrayed as a teacher. Right? Think about it. Yesterday or when I think it was Monday, you gone with your ramens, you look stupid. Y'all going on like if ramens is something bad. Ramens is we home favorite food. I tell y'all, we just eat sometimes 3 cases of ramens in 1 week. I could tell y'all that because, you know, if my wife says she's going to cook, I'm sure we want food, we want ramens. We buy we ramens, we buy we egg, nice celery, pepper. Ramens is proper food, partner. And if he eating ramens for so long, he's supposed to got a proper bank account because ramens in there. But you know what? Y'all want to live above your means. Y'all want to take out big fancy car. Y'all want this. Y'all want that. Hang your cap where your hand can meet. Nobody telling you. You got a right to choose. But you have to ensure that your budget is not way above your means. And you can survive. You can survive. Right? So y'all don't come to people with that. Now, go back to the photograph again. Now look at this. You portray something like this. Kiss my ass. Look at the seal. You can't fake anybody. Now you are telling your superiors. You're telling the minister. You're telling the CEO. You're telling the redo. You're telling your head teachers to kiss your ass publicly in a placard. But then now, you want our children to come and respect you. You don't have no respect for yourself. You don't have no respect for your superiors. But you want our children to respect you. And listen something, y'all don't realize this, you know. Y'all don't realize that this technology, y'all don't realize that Facebook, these children are looking at that. And when those children go back to school and you tell them to do something and they tell you to kiss their ass, then you're going to say, oh, the children disrespectful. But it's what you portrayed out there. What you put in is what you will get out. You understand? What you put in is what you will get out. Now, you disrespecting the minister is your superior. Whether you like it or not, whether you vote for PPP or not, at the end of the day, it is your minister, it is your superior. And you have to live with it whether you like it or not. And you must have respect. If you don't have respect for Pierre Marnichan, have respect for the office that she bears. You understand? You have to have respect for your superiors. Now, you telling the ministers to kiss your ass. And if my son come to school and you said, do this, and my son said, kiss your ass, kiss my ass, teacher, then you're going to say, oh, your son disrespectful. No. This world, everything we does, it has a ripple effect. And people don't understand the effectiveness of a ripple effect. Because if you drop something into the water, a ripple effect don't go in one line. It opens wide. Drop a rock in the water and you will see it. It opens wide. And it affects people that you don't even know that you are affecting. The things that you say, the things that you do, the things that you put out there, it affects a wider scale. Yes, I know I does it as well. I know I say things that can affect people out there. But unapologetically, I do so. Because just like how you feel that you go out there and disrespect people, people have their right to speak too. And I am going to be an advocate for parents who are silent, who want to speak. My phone goes off when the day comes. Messages, parents complain bitterly, but they are afraid to speak out. I'm not afraid. I can be the lab rat. Y'all do the experience on me. Do the experiment on me, sorry. Do it on me. Parents, y'all sending y'all information. Don't frighten for call. I can call the name. Let it take me to the court. Y'all send all the information. Parents, 611-0200, send it to me. We got to put a stop into this. We don't have the time for that. You know, they're talking about hard day working and this. Listen something. I did my own calculations. Teachers work 6.5 hours a day, 5 days a week, 9 months a year. You understand? 6.5 hours a day. That is what they work. 5 days a week, 9 months per year, and still receive 12 months salary retroactive. Every year, and teachers get a back pay plus a bonus. And y'all telling me that this government being unfair to y'all? Y'all check this salary scale. Man, let me go get this salary scale. Y'all check this salary scale. Teachers, come on. A trainee teacher receiving $104,003. Yeah. A graduate senior assistant teacher receiving $258,876. A trained graduate teacher receiving $237,736 a month. That's a trained graduate teacher. Eh? Come on. Come on, man. Y'all too ridiculous. And y'all telling me that this can't pay y'all? Y'all too ridiculous, man. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care what none of y'all said. Y'all need to open your eyes. You working 6.5 hours a day, 5 days a week, 9 months a year. You don't work the full 12 months. You're receiving 12 months salary retroactive. And y'all getting a bonus. And y'all telling me they can't do? Oh, man. Y'all need to sit down and sort yourself out. Sort yourself out. Sit down, rewrite your budget. Don't tell me what they can't do. I know it could do. I just make it do. You understand? I want to show something before I close, which depict the level of ignorance. You understand? We are going to say about them. What an increase in salary has to do with that level of disrespect. This is why I said on that video, and I'm going to stand firm by what I said. These are the people that we entrusted to teach our children. What they portray is what is within. You understand? What they portrayed is what is within. You making a coffin and putting the minister, putting something that portrays the minister then and has the minister's photograph. That is a level of disrespect. So some of y'all asking me, y'all want to see what going to happen when y'all go to school, and after I would have been outspoken, what going to happen with me cheering? Well, I want to see what going to happen with y'all who disrespecting the minister to that level. Y'all think about it. The minister's human too. She has a family too. She has children too. Do you think she's happy about that? Is that a way? Is that the way to negotiate? It is politically driven. And the same one that fetching the box. I know him personally. He's a waste of space. I know him. Just imagine that, right? And you want our children to respect you. You understand? You talking about sacrifices and sacrifices you're making. But y'all don't know the sacrifice he's making. When the day comes. You know, talk about that. Check this out. This is a comment by one parent. Now, when I spoke about, I think it was yesterday, when I spoke about, no, day before yesterday, I spoke about the sacrifices we have to make, about the donations and how is this and that. And it's on the same ramen issue. They were upset. But look at this from a parent. This parent is Ms. Delita John, and she was responding to Sean Douglas. She said, you need to understand there are some teachers who always asking for donation. I'm a single, well, she wanted to say parent. Sometimes I go to work without eating just to make sure my child have her little money to take to her teacher, she was supposed to say, or to pay her for the end of term test paper. Not all teachers will do that, but there are a few. Yeah, see, that is just one parent. I have many more I can send. I have voice note with parent crying. We make sacrifice too, and it pressures us. You understand? It pressures us. Look at this here. This person said, wow, so the Ministry of Education has resorted to sending out inexperienced newbies into the classroom as a way of standing their ground against the strike. Good luck with the catastrophe you're about to create. Sorry for the parents and students. I guess this shows that you really don't care. Two wrongs don't make a right. Now, that person commented after I would have said, after I would have displayed that picture this morning, or those pictures, to say that the trainees teachers can technically replace you. Let me tell you something. I know personally that those trainees teachers work very hard, more than enough of them who out there in the protests. They work very hard. You know what they do? Sit down on their phone and passing instructions to the trainee teacher and the 10 days workers. Those are the two people who are teaching our children for the longest while. And I want to give a big shout out to those trainees teachers. You understand? And I believe they are capable enough and they are ready. They might be inexperienced, but they will learn. Because y'all experienced teacher who went there how much years? Y'all were inexperienced one time too. You understand? Y'all were inexperienced and y'all had to learn. So they will learn. And I will feel more satisfied and more comfortable with them. Because why? We as parents going to help to mold them and guide them and help them to understand how to relate to parents and students. But some of y'all done hard. Y'all can't bend. You understand? Y'all hard. Y'all like turtle. And this is how y'all going to go out of the system. Just so. And I'm going to say this unapologetically. That would be a good cleanse for the education sector. Because y'all, those ones out there who going on with those nonsense there, those are the ones who is destroying the education sector. And I say that without any fear. You understand? I know y'all don't like hear these reasoning, but it's straight facts. Think about it. Use a teacher and you going on with them things. Let the trainees go in if y'all don't want to do the work. You understand? This person trying to get my attention all night. Larma, you don't do nothing for schools. I don't. And I will say that publicly here. I don't. When I see there's a need to, I will. When you can change your attitude, I will. When you can show transparency and accountability for all those fundraising activities and fund days and this and that, I will. You understand? You show me something positive and I will contribute. And I will say that publicly. Now look at this fool. They say I don't do nothing for school, and then there's never a need for you. So why are you saying I don't contribute? You understand? Y'all imagine y'all making fake profile come to me. This will show y'all is some real cowards. You understand? Y'all some cowards. Y'all come face to face and talk to me. I just talk to anybody. It's not no big bad man. Me don't fight. I can't fight. You see me color? I don't like see me skin black and blue. But this multi, I could represent myself. This is one Buckman could represent himself. You understand? And I'd say that publicly, I don't do anything for schools. Because school is not the way it used to be before. When I see something tangible, when I see something that my money is worth giving to, I will. Because I work for my money very hard too. Right? Look, I don't have time for people and their nonsense. This one will come in and here with the comment. Anyway, guys, I know it was lengthy tonight and we had a good discussion. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I want to ask you to continue to share the live. And let us continue to work together as a people. Understand? Let us continue to work for the best interests of the people. Before I go, I must share this with you. As of from yesterday, we had the distribution of school grants, of the distribution of school supplies, cash grants, continues yesterday in regions 4 and 6. They receive their cash grants respective. They receive their respective cash grants for respective schools. Meanwhile, day before yesterday, we had Region 2 and 3 and 5 receive their school supply cash grants as well. We had the grant. Well, the purpose of the grant is to allow teachers the autonomy to purchase the supplies in quantity and quality needed. This means that teachers will no longer have to stand the expenses of ensuring their classroom are well equipped for the education delivery. And, that's something good. Now, yeah, don't have to burden yourself going in your pockets and going in we pockets. Right? The government of Guyana, through the Ministry of Education, is making that available for you. And think about it. Teachers will be receiving at least $100,000 3 times per year. It's 3 terms. You will be receiving that. January to April, March, April to September, and September to December. What is clown, eh? You talking bear shit. You talking bear shit and you there in taking all the shit. So do me use a septic tank. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, it was wonderful having you here tonight. Thanks for your continued support. I must say a special good night before I go to Oma Devi. Good night to you. Gayan Ram, good night to you. Lauren Prashad, nice to have you here tonight as well. Thank you for tuning in. We have Padma Balwan, good night to you. We have George Elizabeth, Ali Willis, good night to you. And all those, Sharon Fletcher, good night. You were very vocal in your comments here. And I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. And tomorrow night, I will be here same time, same place. For a matter of fact, I were to have a guest here tonight, but I don't know what happened. I wasn't getting on to him. But I hope he's going to be there tomorrow night as well. Good night to you, Shakira Alexi. So thank you guys once more. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow.
Look down from your window, no big city lights, just greenery. I don't know what you come for. Loosen up, my dear, we're such a man free. Welcome to the land of many faces, not 1, not 2, but 6 different races. You know when the sun kissed your skin, you're in the right place. G-U-I-A-N-N, oh, that's my beautiful country. G-U-I-A-N-N, one people, one nation, one destiny. Don't stop for a minute. Come, let me take a walk with Brother Tiki. You'll see our landmarks and our monuments. They're so unique. The high brick structure, the lighthouse, the tallest wooden structure, cathedral, 176th Street, monuments, and the beautiful city hall. You know with the wind in your hair, you're in the right place. G-U-I-A-N-N, oh, that's my beautiful country. G-U-I-A-N-N, one people, one nation, one destiny. No big city lights, just greenery. You don't know what you come for. Listen up, my dear, we're such a man free.